I haven't even left the parking lot yet, and I've already broken the screensaver on the little GoPro. Weighing of the bag. Let's do it. 30 pounds. One, two, three. Hop. I stepped on an innocent looking rock and it was covered in ice. Looks kind of like solid ice, but a lot of it isn't. A lot of it is ice over a big puddle. Walking along and I see somebody's bear bag, I presume. Right there, see? Oh yeah, only half a mile to go to the hut. And the tippy top of the hill there is frosted over. Coming up the rocks, not as steep as my memory. It's a welcome poster, but it also has some good little tidbits of information. Definitely feels like cheating being at the hut instead of camping. I'm going to cook a burrito now. There we go. So warm, so cold. It is now around 1 p.m. Lunch was fantastic. I would definitely have that again. That Trader Joe's burrito had 600 calories, so I'm feeling fueled up and ready to go. Two options for my walk. I was thinking about going uphill to Z Cliff where the beautiful view is. However, it's also super extra cold today and the wind is just ferocious. And some people just came down and said it was a bit icy. So I could go that way, but I think instead I'll go away. I have never gone before. Go right back down the hill from here and turn back at that intersection and go on the trail through the flat river valley towards Thoreau Falls. I don't think I'll make it quite that far, but really what I'm looking for is a legal camping area. Coming out the door of the hut and looking over there, I think that's called White Wall Mountain. And there's a trail down in the valley there, and it goes around there, and that would go towards Ethan Pond campsite. But I'm not going to walk quite that far, but that way. And this way goes to Thoreau Falls. Or if you went all the way to Ethan Pond campsite, it would be 4.8 miles. Z Cliff. That sign signals that we are now a quarter mile away from the hut into legal camping area of the forest, so long as you add 200 feet away from the trail, which I can actually see. Oh look, doesn't that look like a trail? Let's take the time to go look at it then. That's the whole point of this walk. Take it easy as I go into the woods, and I can already see the area, I think, from here. So here you go. Oh my gosh, there's a fire ring. Wow, and there's water. There's water. Hold on. Okay, so wow, yes, this is fantastic. A stream running right here. I know there are some people who believe you should never tell on social media about exact locations because people should have to find it themselves. Therefore, that will cut back on the people who are able to find it, and it will lower usage of these sensitive areas in the forest. I don't totally agree with that. I think that we should all learn care and respect for the forest. However, I'm definitely not trying to take business away from the hut or established camping areas. I think those places have many advantages. And also, for me personally, when it's peak through hiker season, I try to somewhat avoid places where the through hikers need those areas. But it's winter. So for me, finding out about these little hidden spots would allow me to have a place that's not that far from my car, like a safer way of getting into the wilderness experience, but still being able to get out if I needed to. And that's why I think for me, I might be willing to use a place like this, especially in the winter. Feel free to write in the comments your opinion on this, hopefully kindly, because, you know, people have their opinions. So yeah, I'm absolutely freezing, and I'll be walking on now, walking farther, see what else I can find. Wow, and look, you can look way up there. And I am trying to get to the intersection with Z Cliff Trail, and I must be so close, but I don't know. I am so ready to go back. Look at that. Looking back toward Z Cliff, Zealand. All right, well, I'm turning around. Someone has poked a little dot right on the map where the campsite is. You can't miss it, really. Looking back at the mountain, it's like, you know, here off the shoulder, in line with that. But I'm not going so far as to list, you know, GPS coordinates or whatever. It's just the vibe of what's going on here. And now I'm hightailing it back to the security, safety, and comfort of the Zealand hut. I think I'm going to make oatmeal. Next to the wood stove, it's hot. But if you walk 10 feet over there, it's really cold. I see the Milky Way. It's been so long since I've seen it. I see it.
Currently a winter weather advisory.
So this time of year is called shoulder season. It's in between fall and winter. And the reason why this is so extra treacherous is because it snows enough to cover the ice and to kind of hide what you're stepping on and to make the rocks potentially slippery. And very soon in winter, there'll be a lot more snow and it will completely bury and cover the rocks, creating a beautiful, wonderful stepping path. Right, because in just 10 minutes, I could feel that snow is hitting my warm self and just wanting to turn to moisture. We don't want that. We want to be dry, and also my bag and my camera covered in snow already. So I have just stopped for a moment, take off the big jacket because I'm too warm. Going to put on, this is a rain jacket, but for right now this will be fine because it's waterproof. And I have waterproof pants over my long johns, and I'm going to put the pack cover on the bag, and I really don't want to put the camera inside, but I might have to. It's beautiful, but it's freezing my face. And 2.3 miles to go to the beautiful parking lot. And I suppose it will be a little more snow before they close that approach road. But that's why I came now, to enjoy driving up that road, mainly to not walk up that road when they close the gate. Oh, by the way, someone watching this coming here may wonder, how does this work when you're the last person in here overnight and that's the day they close the gate? So the caretaker said how they do it is they close the gate after the snow starts, but they leave it unlocked for the first 24 hours. Therefore, whoever the last cars in here are, they can get themselves down the snowy road, open the gate, close the gate, and there you go. So when they come back the next day, they can then lock the gate for the remainder of the winter. Although I was the only guest last night, the weekends tend to fill up. I asked the caretaker what is the coldest temperature we would see at Zealand Hut during the year. The coldest night of the year. What do we got? Not counting wind chill. Answer, -20 Fahrenheit. That is incredibly cold. Looks like he went right in there.